Howdy, y'all.
Hi, Elasticians. Today we have a treat for you. We're going to be upgrading a deployment from version 5.5 all the way to
15.
8.15.
Yeah,
15.
it just released. Yay!
New release. Very exciting. We will also be highlighting mapping types, which were deprecated by the end of version 5, but a ton of our customers still use them and have them and run into this blocker a lot when trying to upgrade. So buckle up.
It's gonna be great. Awesome. Thankfully, we get to do it on Elastic Cloud. So for the deployment that Annie spun up for us, I think we have two Elasticsearch nodes with a tiebreaker and one Kibana instance. Just to make the upgrade a little bit more exciting, we enabled logs and metrics. So if that ends up biting us, I'm the one that did it to us. But we're going to have logs and metrics so that we have some data. And then, as Annie said, because we actually want to see at least one index with mapping types in it, we're going to go induce it. So, um, do you mind if we open Kibana? And then every time I see Kibana back on 5, I'm like, oh, it's so shiny and pretty. And also, where is everything, right?
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it's very pink and blue. I like it.
I'm sure I saw this at some point, but it's fun to see as, you know,
Yeah,
I am now.
yeah.
Go ahead.
It should have DevTools. DevTools has been around forever. Excellent. And you can exit out of welcome to console, get to work.
Oh,
Huzzah!
my goodness. I was just looking for just an X, but that's cute. Okay, done. Done and dusted. First thing we're gonna
uh,
do.
is show the doc if we can for create index. We're just going to follow the doc on 5.5 exactly as it did exist. So when you go to create an index, it tells you um, our cluster is a little too small to have that many shards and replicas. But can we copy that command and we'll reduce number of shards to 1 and number of replicas to 0?
Absolutely, Steph.
So accommodating. I love it. Okay, we can hit play on that. So we're gonna create the index, and then if we can go check the other doc, the index API one, this is gonna create a record for us. We can just copy it as well. And then calling out for everybody at home, Twitter is the index name. Tweet is the mapping type. That's what deprecates by the end of 5. Yeah, will you hit play on that? Okay, so it created the doc. Let's just do one doc. Do you mind doing like on a new line, get Twitter, and then I'm pretty sure on 5 it's still slash or yeah, slash underscore mapping.
Okay, let's
Mapping
see.
singular or plural, I don't know. Anyway, hit play and we'll find out. Perfect. Okay, so if you actually look at an index mappings, line 2 is the index name, line 3 is mappings, line 4 is the mapping type. So in higher versions, it skips straight to line 5. So when people come and ask us, like, why isn't my cluster upgrading? It's line 4 that is the blocker, right? Which is perfect.
It is perfect. Okay.
Cool. So just for the safe side, if we can go see version 5.5's upgrade guide, every time
Ah,
people go to upgrade, they definitely should be checking the upgrade guides. For us, as we scroll through this, it tells us to get from 5.x up to 5.y, we can just do a rolling upgrade. So in order for us to upgrade to 6.8, we need to get to 5.6 first. So Elastic Cloud's going to handle that for us. So back on the first tab, or in a new tab, can we reopen Elastic Cloud? And then under, yeah, wherever the upgrade button is.
Where is the upgrade button?
on that page. You should search the page.
I searched the page.
Oh, that's funny.
You,
We called everything upgrade.
I was just about to say that's a poor name, but it seemed really fun and
Yeah.
clever when I put it.
Oh, I like it.
Of course, it's
Okay.
right here. It hasn't changed. Okay, so let's go ahead, click upgrade. So I actually really like that we have, wow,
Yeah.
something just changed.
No, what you want is still there. You just have to scroll down. So it gave you content within your version, and then afterwards was like, the rest of all the other versions are possible too. And the answer is you don't care yet because all of them are grayed out because they're like, you need to get to the end of 5 first, which is true. We do.
Yes, agreed. That was crazy. Okay, cool. So we want to just bump up to 5.6.
The last one though.
We're not
So
really,
5, 6, 16, the very last one. Yep.
sorry. That
You're
wasn't
okay.
specified in their notes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Um,
ahead and press upgrade.
yeah.
And actually, this might be a good time to like discuss skipping minor version changes versus major version changes and like Elastic's policy on that. And I know that in newer versions, there's a little bit more of like a guided experience through upgrades as we mature. And so I just wanted to highlight here that it's not necessarily a horrible thing that we're just jumping from 5.5 to 5.6.16.
Cool.
And I
I
hope
like it.
that's helpful to anyone in the ether. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and press upgrade. Confirm upgrade. We'll see if anything breaks. There shouldn't necessarily be any breaking changes.
Yeah, I don't
Who
think so.
knows?
But we have 2 nodes. So while we're waiting for it to upgrade, we can go run cat nodes, uh, which I added on the version so that we can see when the nodes do upgrade. The success of an upgrade usually comes down to the restart of the first node. So when the first node, you can hit submit, not leaves the cluster, but rejoins the cluster on the higher version. That's usually how we'll know that the whole upgrade will go through, and we just have to be patient.
Cool.
Yeah, I assume, do you mind if we go check activity real quick? Like, I assume it's taking a snapshot before it starts the upgrade because it's going to do it in the safest way possible. And since we just created it, oh, but it's a small cluster. It already did the snapshot for us. Yeah, so it's to the rolling change. Just
Okay.
just highlighting. Sometimes people will start the upgrade and then be like, "Cat nodes isn't doing anything," and you're like, "Yeah, that's because your cluster is huge, and the time it's been since the last snapshot was a long time ago."
Agreed. Good. That's a good call out.
Yeah. At least Elastic Cloud now does snapshots every 30 minutes, so hopefully the window's small for people. But obviously, some people might ingest a little bit of data in that 30 minutes, and some people might ingest a lot. So, do you mind if we go check cat nodes again? I feel like every
Absolutely.
time we do these videos, I find out that I should be more patient. And I just famously tell people on calls now, I'm like, I'm patient once I know that I should be. Like,
I
yay.
think that's probably fine. You know, being super on top of it is better than just like riding the wave and falling. All right, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay, we've lost instance 0. Not lost, but it's restarting.
yeah.
Just
While it's restarting, the deployment overview page it'll show it as paused, and then later it'll show it as unhealthy. Um, so paused is when the actual Docker container is itself restarting and applying that YAML change, and then unhealthy is while the service is starting up. There can be a delay between the time that the service is started back up and the time that the node joins the cluster, but we're just watching it be unhealthy right now while that service is starting back up, and then um, we can go run cat nodes again in order to see like when it rejoins the cluster.
okay. So we'll just go check cat nodes just for fun.
And Stephanie will find out she should be patient. Yay!
Might be right on this time. If this, look at you
Aww,
go. Amazing.
yay!
Perfect. All right, let's see. Let's run it again and see if the others left. Maybe they've both gone through already.
No, you can see on the version column.
Right here. We're still,
Yeah,
oh,
so
still not. We
it's
should talk
not
about this.
routing request, which probably indicates that it's, yeah, so every time a node leaves and rejoins the cluster, it's going to check for cluster health, which is like where you and I get to see the like, it's still yellow. It's like pending reallocating shards, right? Um, Once those shards all allocate, it's going to move on to the next node. So we can hit submit and sure, you can take a bet on number one. I owe you a bet. I'm going to bet on number one. You get a bet on number two.
Wait.
Yay! I owe you a bet.
Yeah, that's not how bet works.
It is now.
Oh, the dollar is flying. Here we go. Okay, now I owe you $1 for now.
No, to be
For now.
fair, I cheated because I knew the tiebreaker would be last. That's why I
Yeah.
had to get it in before you hit submit. Yeah.
Wait, so let's actually, is there anything we should highlight in the event that somebody has a tiebreaker on their deployment, why tiebreaker goes last? Because you said you knew tiebreaker would go last, so we should, is there an importance to that, or is that just kind of the way the cookie crumbles?
Yeah, so when people are doing, I got the joke afterwards. When people are upgrading on from the docs call out that when you do that rolling restart, that you like restart data nodes first and then master nodes last. For us, the tiebreaker is the only node that is only master and not master and data, right? Um, it is generally just to guarantee master election, right? Like that's part of why it's doing a rolling upgrade. I don't fully think it would matter at this point. But as support, we follow Elastic best recommendations because I am only here for the happy path and to get people back to the happy path as fast as possible.
Okay, cool.
We should, yeah, thanks. You read my mind from so far away.
Honestly, we're really getting into the groove of these videos. It's getting good.
I like it.
Okay, cool. So
No,
now
it's
we're at five
still,
instance
oh,
0 and 1. Should
no, you are right. Dude, I didn't realize that it already upgraded. I thought we were still waiting. The tiebreaker's already gone. Yay!
tiebreakers doing its thing. What does this look like? Unhealthy. We all know what that means now. Ah,
Yeah.
there myself.
No, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's killing the service and then coming back up. So this might be a good time if we can show the activity tab again. So when you click that one upgrade button, people that are on premise have to keep in their minds that when Elasticsearch goes to upgrade, it has to sequentially upgrade Elasticsearch and then Kibana. In later versions, if you enable APM and Fleet or integrations and enterprise search, it needs to do Elasticsearch, then Kibana, and then any of the ones that I just barely listed, right? In a three-step pattern. So for us, the Kibana plan right there is like spinning, but if we can open details, it's actually just waiting for the Elasticsearch plan to finish. Kibana's not even going to start until the Elasticsearch upgrade is done. So in the future, right, like our cluster is small enough, it's not going to encounter this, but it is possible that like, let's say the Elasticsearch upgrade, because it had large shards or something, took a long time to perform its upgrade. It's possible for the Kibana one to time out. If that happened, where we currently on the Kibana row see it say cancel, it would instead say reapply. And all we'd have to do to get Kibana to like start its thing again is to just hit that reapply button. So Elasticsearch is done. High five. We did the first step of many.
I guess we'll show details. Whoops, I closed the details. No, I didn't. Wait, yes, I did. Sorry, I'm finding myself. Okay. So, plan successful. That's what I was trying to show, and it's turned into a sloppy mess. Got it.
It was great. So we did see as soon as Elasticsearch finished, Kibana started its rolling upgrade. Kibana is only that one node. A common misconception is that Kibana stores its state into Elasticsearch. So if the Kibana upgrade failed, it's probably failing on like not not having Elasticsearch in the right state. But like if the Kibana node gets wiped, that's fine because it actually stores its state in Elasticsearch. And on the Elasticsearch side, if an upgrade has issues, then you can always like restore from snapshot, right? But just calling out the Kibana one especially is much quicker. And also if it goes poorly, you care less because it's just a UI on top of a database. So it says plan successful. That loading icon is probably just gonna like take an extra couple of seconds. Yeah, cool. So we are fully upgraded.
Okay, let's go to overview. And everything is on 5.16. Everything is looking healthy and good.
I like it. So I'm pretty sure that upgrading to the end of 6.8 is going to go the exact same way. However, again, good hygiene. Every time we go to upgrade, we're actually going to go read that upgrade guide. Wow, I can't say that 5 times fast. Upgrade guide.
All
So do
right,
you mind if we open the 6.8 upgrade guide?
yeah, and this might be like a fun highlight for people.
Yes. The documents do end up changing location eventually. So that may not work forever, but I agree. Yes.
Okay, so review the breaking changes. Should probably be the first thing, right?
Hmm.
Sorry, I shouldn't hijack your driving.
No, dude,
I'm
I'm here for it. You can drive instead of me.
no, wait. Let's drive together.
Okay.
We'll each have one on the steering wheel. Oh goodness. Okay. So, so
Have you seen
migrations.
breaking changes before?
I mean, yes,
Oh,
but I
okay.
probably
No, sorry, you're chill. On the left-hand sidebar, 6.0, 6.1, 6.2, like people would be reading through each of those separately. So the page you just pulled up is just the high level page, but like let's open 6.0 and like at least see it, right? So indices created before 6.0 are going to have a potential problem, right? If the index is created before 5.0, we just created today, that's not going to be us, right? Like this is the list that people are expected and intending to go through, right? Yeah, keep scrolling down, right? So that's the list. Yeah, sorry, keep scrolling, right? Like go down to aggregation changes, right? Like it's changing all of these things,
okay.
which for us, if we encounter it, we'll probably solve it the hard way. Like again, just because it's such a fresh cluster that we're not expecting anything.
Okay. Cool.
But people go through breaking changes. Do you mind if we go back up to that doc above? That was the first list in the bullet point. Sorry, the tab back to the left.
Oh, did I? I see what
Yeah,
you meant.
yeah, thanks. Cool. So next
Okay.
one's going to be deprecation logging. So this just generally tells people like you should see deprecation messages. Because we enabled logs and metrics, do you mind if back in Kibana, we should be able to, we need to create a data view first. Before 8, I think they were called index patterns. Go under management. We have to create an index pattern.
Did it have a dash? Yeah, dash there. There we
Yeah,
go.
do a, yeah, normal timestamp's fine. Cool.
Do we need to?
I don't think so. We can just hit create. Ironically, if we enabled those because they say deprecated, we would induce deprecation logging, but I'm hoping our deprecation logging doesn't say anything. Now we can go to discover and we can look at that dot monitoring. Awesome. Can we just search for the word deprecation?
Deprecation. Dep
Same.
deprecate.
Good.
You know, this is like the most.
Cool. The results found. Okay. So we did that part of the doc that says to look at deprecation logging.
Okay.
What's next? If you use custom plugins, we don't, thankfully. Test
Not
upgrades in a
here.
dev environment. That's us. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good call out. We are in a dev environment. So I'm gonna say we're okay.
Sweet.
Back up your data. We could probably mimic that pretty easily. So we're just gonna take a snapshot now just to go through the steps.
Awesome. While we're waiting for that, can we keep reading through our how-to guide?
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay, so it tells us if we are on 5.6, row number 2, and we want to upgrade to 6.x, we can do a rolling upgrade. So again, thankfully, Elastic Cloud is going to handle that for us. Fingers crossed, should go smoothly. We can see on line 3, if we hadn't upgraded, it would have been a full cluster restart, which if you were in production, full cluster restart does say downtime.
Yes, good call out. Very important. And now that we have confirmed that upgrade was the worst possible name to add to this,
I think it's
um,
cute, especially because it says it
it,
beta.
yeah, it seems pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna jump straight from 5.6 to 6.8. So let's scroll down and we'll go to,
6.823.
okay, general version. Remember,
Okay.
sorry, I had a conversation with myself. All right, I'm gonna confirm upgrade and here we go.
I had a conversation too. We just said it would do a rolling and then it did a full cluster, but I don't actually care because it's a dev environment. Can we see, did it stop routing requests to all nodes? That's how we'll know
That's
if it
actually,
actually is.
that's something we should highlight if that's a real thing.
Is it still checking that you just did a recent snapshot? How far has your activity gotten?
Performing a rolling change.
Hey, it knows it's a rolling change. I don't know
That's a
what that
really
last message was. This is
that
why you
okay.
test in dev. Cool.
I and also that was a dirty trick. That was a jump scare. Okay, cool.
That's real.
So we are confirming rolling rolling change. Let me go ahead and pull up the API console again.
Ooh, this time our tiebreaker went first.
Cool. I
I'm
should
gonna
have made a bet
expect.
on.
Yeah, I again owe you $1, I guess. Oh, hey, they're all unhealthy. It did do a full cluster restart. Man, I am feeling uncertain about what it thinks it's doing. Can we go check cat nodes again? Because at some point it should say master node not discovered. Cool. I don't know. I will call out while those are unhealthy and or stop routing requests, a normal elastic curl command is not going to work, but the ES API console will work. Um, Simply because it like bypasses that proxy block. But I don't know. Good on us for like living large and finding out together. It is doing a rolling restart. Why do they all say unhealthy then? This is cool. This is a TIL party for me.
Yeah, same. Well, and I think it's probably, I'm sure somebody's seen this before and had a panic attack. This
I mean, it's still
actually would,
responsive though, right? Like,
mhm. Yeah, it's just unnerving that it's playing a little bit of like, it's giving a little bit of visual drama.
no, I'm on board, right? But like, it's still responsive, and that's ultimately what's actually true.
Mhm. Agreed. So
I
we're just
want
gonna
my
wait.
tiebreaker to come back.
Me too. I'm actually interested, like, I'm surprised it hasn't come back up.
I mean, like it showing that grayed out does say that it actually is like on the allocator level, right? Like it's still applying changes. Like the Docker container's not even back up yet. So,
Do you see how big?
oh, I know. Yeah. They solved it in later things. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why that is saying that.
Yeah.
Cool. This is really fun to see. Um,
Yay. Okay.
okay, service unavailable. Steph's been at Elastic a lot longer, years longer than I have, so she's seen a lot more, but it's really fun to go through this and see
Yeah.
all the different interactions.
I've been here 3 years, so I think I like got to see it right as everybody was migrating 6.8 over to 7 was like how I started the party and was just like, man, like that's cool. Like database upgrades are cool. Like it goes pretty smoothly, but also like, you know, upgrades
Tough.
are upgrades, right? Like they induce a lot of casework. And then all of 7, it was kind of quiet. And then like the upgrade to 8, people again were just like, just hey, like we want you here. We just want to know, right? Like and Elastic support, right? Like has actual 24/7 coverage, is fully on call for like if an upgrade actually has a problem. Um, yeah, you're back up and upgraded, right? Versus like other companies, people actually have to like schedule the upgrade with the vendor. We don't have that.
Mhm.
Um, but yes. And then you've been here a bit now, but like I think in the next 6 months, maybe you'll experience the upgrade to 9. So don't worry, Annie, the party's coming for you.
I'm here for it and I'll be ready.
Yeah. Can we go check our activity? I think it should be wrapping up.
Yep,
Ta-da!
plan
Okay,
successful.
now
And now
Kibana's
we
doing it. So I think it's 5.62, 6.8, or it'll be 6.8 up to 7.17, but the format of the Kibana indices are going to switch. So
yeah.
highlighting that when Elasticsearch goes to do its upgrade, all it needs to do is get the hardware to a higher level. Nodes will refuse to join the cluster if there's like incompatible indices. That's what all the docs have been warning us about. But Kibana does a hardware upgrade and then does an asynchronous software upgrade, which
Oh,
is its saved objects migration. So that Kibana activity plan will actually fully come up and be showing completed. But the Kibana nodes after they come up will be going through a saved object migration. So that's why after each of the upgrades, we're actually making sure to open and refresh the Kibana just to make sure that its asynchronous process also completed.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes my heart happy and sad that we're like upgrading off of end of life and it still leaves us that banner like, hey, why? Like, why don't you upgrade? And you're like, I am trying. Like,
We're moving slowly. We're doing it. Okay, plan successful. Core Cabana just needs to finish. It's a
yeah.
little there.
And then let's refresh on the Kibana. It may have kicked us out of our session.
We'll try again.
Oh, that's what that internal server error is.
Mhm.
Um,
So let's go.
yeah.
Let me grab my password. Why is it taking so? I feel like I'm running a little bit slow today, so sorry. This might be my fault.
No, dude, you're totally good. So again, that like loading time is the saved object migration time, right? Like, like the Kibana login can't necessarily actually do it. I know, it's so pretty, right?
That's crazy. That's really fun to see. Okay. Ta-da!
Yeah.
So it looks like 6.8 is where we do switch to underscore doc. right?
Uh,
In the create.
yeah. So again, by the end of 5 technically, but the docs switch over in 6.8. 6.8 though, I think has the upgrade assistant. I never remember. Um,
Let's
can we
let's
go
try
under
to
stack
see.
management?
And I
7.0 upgrade
guess
assistant.
in it's important in 6.8, right? Rather
Yeah,
than stack
it's in that
management.
first section, 7.0 upgrade assistant. Your cluster settings are ready. Yay! Check for issues
Okay.
with your indices. A issues must be resolved. Wah, wah.
Why is
I
that?
think you just have to hold down command. It may be like a sub tab, so it's not recognizing.
Oh,
8 critical. Oh, indices created before 6.0. We know that.
yeah,
So
and
this
that was
is
a
okay. So in general, for monitoring data, I wouldn't necessarily care to spend my time reindexing. But the watchers, triggered watchers, and watcher history. So just calling out for anybody that is using watcher, the watcher definitions store under dot watches. The watchers that are actively triggered store under triggered watches. And then the history of everything that goes on happens under dot watcher dash history. So if it comes push to shove, personally, I don't care about watcher history or the monitoring indices, right? Like I'd be happy to just delete those and move on with my life. But I do care about triggered watches, and we created Twitter for our demo. So let's go on all of them and just go click reindex. But just calling out if something does end up having a problem, I know which ones I'm willing to delete.
okay. No longer supported. Okay, so
Cool.
run reindex.
Yeah, it should like show a loading icon and then a check mark when it's done. Yeah,
It's cute.
it is cute.
I like
The
really like pretty UI.
yeah, the first time I saw this, I was just like, oh, like
That's so nice.
yeah, done. Awesome. You can hit close.
It's funny
Yeah.
that it doesn't use done as also a close. It just graded out. Might be the data source might change. Okay. Let's see. Run in reindex. This is nice.
Yeah. For people that do have logs and metrics up, right? Like this is our logs and metrics indices, and we did set them to read-only mode. And so while these indices are in read-only mode, we are expecting that gap in our data, right? Which at least for us is chill. Like we don't care. But just calling out, right? Like some people think a gap in data potentially indicates a problem. Um, that's definitely possible, right? For our purposes, we did it on purpose.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good call out. I said that like 6 times
You're
during
good.
this video. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm also pretty sure there's like a way to do this more in mass. Like the Kibana Upgrade Assistant has an API, and so you can like do this in bulk and then come check on them later, blah, blah, blah. We only have 7, so I don't care about it for us.
Agreed. This is, I don't want to say it because I'll jinx us. This is
I
boring.
also was sitting right there, like, like we wanted to troubleshoot things, but I'm also fine if we don't end up troubleshooting anything. Like,
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it would be a little more traumatic, knock on wood, you know?
to be fair, like the reason that
I feel
Dev
like I might have.
always tries to force require that users go to the very last version is because the very last version is backported, that like any issues that do surface are ironed out by that very last version, right? Like that's
Right.
the whole point of it. And so it should be an extremely smooth process for us, right? Like usually what actually keeps customers from upgrading is more of the like client side expectations, right? Like you get used to that like architecture design integrating an exact way.
Agreed. This is really nice to watch. Feels good after like clicking through and reading through things. Just a very smooth. Um, we probably should have gone through the upgrade before we upgraded, right? Because we did that for 5 to 6, 6.8. No, we're still fine. We're still fine.
The upgrade assistant prepares you to upgrade. It's now a guided experience to enable you to upgrade, but it is not in and of itself the upgrade.
Thank you for clarifying. I
Yeah.
I got lost. I was like,
Annie's like, we should have shown the doc. Oh no. But no,
no,
this is precursor step that because of customer feedback about upgrade processes, Elastic actually started integrating like your pre-upgrade steps into an actual UI.
that's
And this literally does it all for you, which is awesome.
it's really awesome. Okay, last one. And it's our custom one. You send me a
Cool.
request. Cats.
So we should be able to refresh page, and I'm pretty sure all the criticals will be gone now.
Okay. Ta-da!
Awesome. Review the deprecation logging, start your upgrade. Okay, so now we can go read the upgrade guide. Again, technically everybody would go read the breaking changes stuff.
So we're trying to go
717. And then we'll read our table. Yep, 6.8 up to 717.23. Hey, it does
okay.
say we recommend using the Kibana Upgrade Assistant. Good. I recommend it too.
We've made it across the hardest part, which we thought would be the mapping, right? The mapping types.
Oh, the mapping. I don't know if we should go check if we resolved the mapping type, but let's scroll
It
through and
looks like
see.
it's this version's. Oh, we'll see. Shoot, I spoke too soon and I knew it. I knew I would.
I think it resolved other things for us. Yeah, we'll find out to confirm. Okay,
Rolling
so we can do a
upgrade.
rolling upgrade. Yeah. It can read indices on a previous major. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that paragraph highlight, it was re-indexing us just to get indices on a sufficient version, but I don't think it was actually redoing our mapping for us.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like we have other caveats, so it's a good time to go check. Can we go look at DevTools? Git mapping. And then I think it was line 4 before. So it goes index name mapping and then still says tweet on line 5. But it does give us the deprecation warning now, which is what we wanted to know. So again, highlighting like it's not a hard block until 8, but it is something that we have to resolve by 8.
Okay. Do we want to not and see what it does?
You like fall on your face. Sorry, like the cluster comes up, but your interactions with that index are kind of botched, which for us, we can't show that, right? Because we're not doing anything with that index. But
You kind of just fall on your face.
I mean, like people will be like, this isn't going well. And I'm like, yeah, you really should read deprecation logging, especially because it's in bright red. Like,
Agreed. Okay, cool. All
so
right.
for our purposes, we can kind of talk about, right? Like that index is now called reindex v6 Twitter. On the earlier upgrade assistant screen, it said like it was going to reindex the index and then it was going to set an alias to the previous name so that we could still reference it, same as before. Um, for our purposes, if we wanted to re-index these docs, we would create another index with corrected mapping, and then we would re-index from this current one to that destination. We may not do it well, but do you mind if we try doing it right now?
Yeah, and is it the 6.8 doc that we have in our list of to-dos?
It's
Which
the
one do
one
you?
called removal of mapping types.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm actually, let's do, I'm just gonna close tabs to the right just to clean things up, if that's okay.
fair enough.
Okay.
Cool. So when you have
What
this, I'm
are,
pretty sure it generally tells you what the problem is, but if we can scroll down, just go by code blurbs. Under there somewhere, it tells you like, these are your alternatives. All we're interested in doing is we're going to fix the mapping and then we're going to re-index. So this one custom type field ends up telling you like, if you really were relying on that mapping type, you can change it from a like parent child object to just like another field in the mapping, right? Like, I don't really care about the word tweet, so we're just gonna skip that. Keep scrolling. Blah blah blah. Keep scrolling. Okay, so this would be this would be a fixed mapping. Keep scrolling. Like mass scroll, right? Like you're
sorry,
basically working for the word reindex. Yeah, I think it's this one. Keep scrolling. The bottom of this one. It reindexes.
there we go.
Yay! So basically this one is telling you, highlighting the index was, source was called Twitter, destination is called users, and it changed the type from the custom one user over to the type doc. Can we just copy that? Or copy the one under it, actually. Twitter and tweet is exactly what we had done.
Oh my goodness.
So we can just follow their call out. And then in DevTools, so we'll have that for later. But so the call out here is that you're not creating it yet. We're just, sorry. I just want it
I
for
wasn't,
later.
I was just thinking about it.
You were hovering and it was giving me anxiety. Like, cool. Um, okay, so for the reindex process, the reindex API tells you like you want to go create your destination first and get all the settings and mappings that you want first. So we're going to do
Okay.
that. So line 28, the destination index is going to be called tweets. So let's go do a put command against tweets.
Out.
I think that was your Freudian slip. Like, yeah, you can hit play on that. Okay,
Out.
so it created, now we can go get the Twitter mapping on line 19. And then copy it. And then on line 33, it's put tweets slash underscore mapping and then paste in that JSON, and that JSON's going to be wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, can you scroll back down and then stop? So we don't want before this, and we don't want tweets.
Okay.
So we need valid JSON without that initial index wrapper. Yeah, let's start with that. So, or okay, you
Wait,
can start with that. So get rid of tweet, and then somewhere under there, yeah, one of those curly brackets goes. Okay, and then step 2 is outside of mappings, there's an index name wrapper, and we don't want that either. So on line 35, delete that.
what are you talking about? This?
Yeah,
Oh,
delete the whole line.
the entire line? Oh, good Lord. Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
because that's the previous index's name. We don't want that. And then
Great.
like line 60, delete it. Okay, so the rest of it should be the same mapping that we had before, so we should be able to hit play. And if it errors, then I'm wrong.
Ah,
Mapping type is missing. Mapping type is missing. Put mapping. Elasticsearch.
I don't want to like Google it and have it.
Oh, no, that's my bad. We don't have line 35 either. Because mapping is called out on line 33, we don't put it on line 35. There may be more
Oh,
to do after that, but that was a silly miss on my side. Sorry.
honestly, I can't believe you did
Yeah,
that.
how dare me? Okay, let's hit play on that one.
Someone, someone's heart is broken, and it might be mine.
Okay, mapping type is missing. We're on 6.8.
Yes,
6.8. Oh, 6.8, for
confirmed.
some reason, it's underscore mapping slash underscore doc in the URL.
That
That
feels.
doesn't happen after 6.8, but I don't care.
There we go.
Yay! Okay, so I'm pretty sure at this point we can go run the reindex command. We'll find out together if I'm wrong.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh no. Aw. For everybody else, usually Annie freaks out when I say oh no, which
Oh,
I was hoping for. Like,
so unfair.
um,
Matt, usually you're like, and I'm like, oh, what?
yeah. So
A lot
this
more.
created a task. Our index was so small, it's probably already done. But on a new line, you should be able to run uh, get underscore tasks.
Just trying to make some more room for myself. I keep pressing enter, thinking it's just gonna kick her off, and it doesn't.
That's fair. On the right-hand side, can you click into the box and then hit to search and then Command F and then reindex? Yay! Our index was one doc, so our reindex is already done. Go team. If people needed to babysit their reindex, they would do it this way. Okay, line 61. Can we show cat indices? We just want to demonstrate that the indices ended up with the same amount of docs. Okay, so tweets has one doc and reindexed Twitter has one doc. We did it. Okay, so at this point, we can go delete reindexed v6 Twitter. We don't need to, but if people wanted to be thorough, they could go update the alias that was just called Twitter and point it to tweets. But we can just run delete reindex v6 Twitter.
Bing.
Awesome. Okay, we just fixed the removal of mapping types problem.
We've done it. Now everybody will just have an easy breezy upgrade.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't know if any of the other indices do it, but again, I feel a lot more comfortable just being like, we'll delete them and they can recreate themselves. Like, wah,
Okay.
wah. Cool. We read our upgrade guide. We fixed our removal of mapping types. Technically, you'd go check breaking changes. Again, we don't have any breaking changes necessarily to worry about other than those mapping types, which would hit us in 8.0. So we're good to go. Click that button.
Okay. Here we go. What is happening?
I don't know. Refresh page. It's probably trying to figure out which version you can upgrade to.
It was really anticlimactic. It was like we're changing the word from upgrade to something else because of the stupid deployment name you picked.
Do you want to up install?
Up install.
I thought it was clever.
I don't know.
You don't like my name?
I just think we should
Fine.
revisit. As they say, put a pin in it now and circle back later. Okay,
Touche.
let's go ahead and we're gonna upgrade to 71723 per the upgrade doc.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Upgrade. I really like how easy the upgrade assistant made it to like get ready. And I know this is a
Yeah.
really small, dinky little deployment, but I haven't gotten to work super closely with the upgrade assistant yet, so that felt fun.
To
Very
be
nice.
fair, also like Elastic Cloud is doing a lot of heavy lifting, right? That's why so many customers like Elastic Cloud Enterprise.
Yeah.
But I agree, the upgrade assistant, especially with its pretty UI, like I got your back, and you're like, I feel that in my soul.
Ah, like thank you so much.
Yeah,
Everybody likes a little hand holding, no matter how good they are and whatever they're participating in. It feels nice to have support.
yeah. As anybody who has accidentally hurt a Postgres table live in production, we like rollbacks.
We love that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The memories.
And he's like having flashbacks right now, like, okay, cool.
Am.
Yeah,
Am.
you made it to your rolling change. We're good to go run cat nodes.
It there was a little bit of a delay, so sounded like a little bit of um a robot. Okay, so we're still showing 6.8. We haven't gone anywhere yet. Remember, activity is our friend. Performing a rolling train test started. I want to say 0 is going to go first
I don't
this
take the
time.
bet. When you're even, you gotta
Oh,
stop betting.
oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Mm.
Whatever.
No, it's because you said it was already unhealthy.
Yeah. It was
Just
enjoyable though.
remember. I was like, I know exactly what she's looking at. I know you too well.
Or that's what you think.
Mom. Full of full full of tricks.
Full of sparkles and glitter. Man, how is that sentence gonna end?
Full of sparkle and glitter. I'm excited that this is going well. Maybe we'll actually get it done in one day, in one sitting.
To be fair, upgrades usually do, right? And most people don't try to go 5.5 all the way to 8.15, but here we are.
Agreed. Here we are. And to somebody out there, I hope that this is helpful.
Yeah. If only you know, we also were like, what is that UI saying? Yay, our first node came back.
Yay!
Now it's just a waiting game. It'd be funny if I like, it wouldn't be funny, but it'd be slightly funny if I just like instigated like a key store boot loop issue on you while you were trying to like have this happen and you're like, what's happening?
You
You've seen
would,
it. You know
and
how to troubleshoot that.
I do know how to troubleshoot it. I actually that could actually be a really good video.
That we
Another
did. I agree. That's why I made the joke.
sorry.
I'm still waiting for when you go and break something and then we get to play 20 questions of me trying to figure out what's wrong. Like,
Hey, I actually might have something, and I haven't told you about it. Specifically because I think it could be fun. Um,
like it.
it's pretty small, but it seems pretty common. I worked a recent case and I was like, this could be really good. So
Nice.
maybe I'll surprise you.
I like it.
You'll figure it out. But in my mind, it's gonna be tricky. All right, let's double check. How are we looking? All right, we've lost instance 1 not lost. She'll regroup. Okay, not routing requests.
Oh,
Config.
earlier you were interested about that disk usage thing.
Ah,
You can see
yeah,
now that it's fixed.
yeah. So
Your tiebreaker only has a little baby amount.
yeah, I don't know if anybody else noticed. I mean, you probably did because I made a huge deal out of it. But it was sitting at what, 22 terabytes or something for a minute. It was
Large.
crazy. Slide successful. Kibana's kicked off. We'll go ahead and minimize this. And now we're performing a rolling change with our single Kibana node.
I think 717 will stop giving us the end of life warning. Oh, here in a second, once Kibana's off of 6.8.
Right. We'll see. Because isn't 717 starting to reach end of life too?
Not until 9 comes out.
Okay.
Like the last minor, the latest minor of the last major is maintained always. So
Oh, there it's gone. End of life. We've made it out of end of life.
nice. It
Wow.
does say now that we can add in fleet though, which might be
Cool.
interesting. We just have to wait for
Yeah.
this plan to finish. And then after Kibana finishes, we're gonna load Kibana to make sure. Technically, we'd like go check that it saved objects finishes, but as long as Kibana loads, that's fairly synonymous. But we can go
Mhm.
check the Kibana status page to make sure.
Okay. Now we'll go.
Ooh, now it's fancier. So now it has the login with Elastic Cloud. So you can actually use the open button on the deployment to log in with SSO. On a tab to the left under Manage Kibana, you should be able to click that open button.
Sorry. No, I was.
No, you're good.
Wait,
Awesome.
okay. Cool.
So
We're
this
great.
should guarantee it, but on the Kibana URL, after like where it starts with app, can we remove the rest of the line and can we write the word status? Also removing app, sorry.
It's my fault.
It's never your fault. Cool. Kibana is yellow. So the first two lines of the plugin status tell us that Elasticsearch available and that saved objects has completed its migration.
All right. Here we are.
I was totally wrong about that URL changing. They like separated out a whole stack upgrade like as like a separate doc type of thing, which I think is that referring to or upgrading to Elastic 8.15 type of URL link. Yeah. But to be fair, if this page still exists, we can just follow this one. Yeah,
How
this is what I
interesting.
had thought it was going to link in the future, but that's chill. Okay. No, sorry. We can just do our earlier doc.
Okay.
Uh, so Kibana's up. Can we go check our upgrade assistant?
Stack management, right?
Yeah.
Where does she know? Oh, under stack.
Yeah.
Okay. Critical. 16 critical.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure you can click on critical. Index created before 7. Resolution, reindex. Is that clickable? But it did it for us before.
That's a bummer that they removed it.
Wait, click on the highlighted text.
Oh, they didn't.
Yeah.
They just
We
did
were
it.
just used to the
Okay.
previous UI.
Yeah.
Clicky.
Replace tweets. V7. Yes. This might be would this maybe be a good opportunity to show using the API since there are 16? Or do we just want to go through one by one?
I've never done the API, but I'm happy to if you
Me
want to.
neither. Try
links
it.
it right there. It says Kibana batch reindexing.
Are we?
You're good. It's a post-upgrade assistant reindex batch. Does it require request buddy? Index names. Okay, we can copy that. I think
I don't think we want to do a
you,
curl though.
I'm
It's
I'm
not my
happy to
interest.
run the command. Um,
Oh.
Let me just figure it out here for a bit. API upgrade assistant index batch. Okay, it's running.
Okay.
It's not failing yet. It's just, sorry, the API command's not done. I didn't realize it was a wait to complete command.
That's cool.
It says that it's queued without error messages. It's cool that your UI like auto refreshes for it.
Yeah. Well, okay. No, I refreshed my
Oh,
UI. Sorry. I will say I've never heard,
one
yeah.
more. Custom mapping
Oh,
types and index templates are deprecated for Watcher
ta-da.
History 6. I don't think we care.
No. Okay. So now,
Oh, sorry, we have to go back up to the normal upgrade assistant and make sure nothing else is critical. Yay! Okay, it does say migrate system indices. Have we clicked that button yet?
no.
Okay, so let's click it.
Migration in progress.
Anyway, we're good to
Okay.
go review the upgrade guide.
All right. So we'll go upgrade. Things are just getting out of hand talking about.
I mean, we were waiting for it to complete. That's chill. Okay, index compatibility. We just solved that. REST API, something. Okay. And FIPS compliance, which doesn't affect us.
Okay.
Excellent. Also calling out people would go review breaking changes. We don't care. So we are good to go and click the upgrade button. It's our
Here we
last
are.
one. It's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah. It was a happy O.
What?
Carry on.
Oh, okay. 15. We are performing a major version change. Upgrade. Confirm. We've made it.
I think that was the jinx moment, so knock on wood. Like, too shy.
Oh my goodness, what if it just like breaks and we're just
Why don't you
cooking?
run cat nodes? Or, sorry, we can expand details, wait for it to finish taking a snapshot.
No, we don't have to do that. We've already seen that like 6 times.
Yeah, we have.
So nothing's happened yet. We have our overview up. Instance 0 coming in strong as first one to disappear as usual. This is running. Forming a rolling change. Okay, we'll just wait. Have fun.
I think Zero's finally leaving cluster. Yeah.
Yeah, that took. Did that take longer than normal? And
No.
not normal, but
I
just like.
think I think we're just towards the end and we're like, hey, I started the domino.
I'm like, pack your bags.
Like, to be fair, it is Elastic Cloud is asking Elasticsearch to do a graceful shutdown, right? Like it's not
Which is
forcing it to stop. And a lot of people on-prem, right? Like so there's like a adding a node to the list of shutdown nodes, and then there's like making sure that like get shutdown nodes that it's like willing to shut down, right? I think in our experience, we're very used to customers just hitting Control C on the service and being like, you will stop right now. Like Elastic Cloud,
Honesty.
Elastic Cloud's like, hey, Elasticsearch, wrap up whatever your last task is and let's go, which is better, right?
Agreed. What's happening?
First one's done.
Okay.
Second one's already started.
Yep. Oh, we're moving so fast. What I wanted to look at. And since one is now unhealthy, my my dog is sleeping and he's like dreaming and
Oh,
making all these crazy noises.
your dogs are
She's
adorable.
precious. I know they are.
I actually
Little
keep getting
cuties.
surprised that Barb doesn't come to like say hi to us.
I'm surprised she hasn't. Well, oh, she's asleep on her cat tree.
Oh,
That's why. But she she came into another meeting today and said hi and was a
that's cute.
hit, of course. But yeah, she's a good girl. She like thinks she's a dog, which is just bizarre.
Adorable.
No, she's a good girl. Um, okay, so we're down to tiebreaker. We've almost made it.
I bet the Kamada node will be last. You owe me a buck.
No, no, party broken. Get out of here.
That's so funny to me now.
Honestly, this is gonna go until the bitter end. There will be an ongoing dollar bet. It's exciting and I love it.
I think your plan might be done. That was really aggressive happiness.
I am aggressive. Okay, look. Yay! Plan
Awesome.
successful. Kibana is now going. We'll just double confirm, triple. What is this at this point? Quadruple confirm what happens.
Do you mind if we refresh Kibana and prove and demonstrate if it is happy or not?
Okay, we're gonna go to discover. Ah! Hey.
Can you actually refresh Kibana? Because it was gonna clear your session. That was so cute. Oh
So
my goodness.
anyone who does that.
I mean, it may still err, but like, dude, you did that one to both of us. Okay, we
Yeah,
upgraded. We did it.
we we are officially on 8.15 from 5.5 without any major discrepancies. I feel like it was a really good highlight of mapping types being removed. And we had some interesting conversations and some very irrational reactions to changes. We're totally fine.
Yes. Also highlighting like that upgrade flow became even easier over time after the Kibana Upgrade Assistant, and then also like Elastic Cloud had our back so hard, right? Like, because if we were on-prem doing that manually, that would have been a lot longer.
A lot harder, a lot scarier.
Yeah. Cool. We did it. Go team. Thanks for hanging out with me, Annie.
Thanks for inviting me. This is so fun.
Cool. Bye all. Have a good weekend.
Okay. Bye, everyone.